Greetings and welcome to day 10 of 40 Days of Wellbeing Concepts from my book, Balance is a Juggling Act. Today's concept is emotions are frequencies that attract like frequencies. And this is important, especially today when we're being bombarded with so much stimuli in an attempt to push us to the edge. So it's up to us not to lose our head. It's our responsibility to support ourselves. And real life, it's like a jungle out there. Sometimes it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. And so it's important to balance your emotions so that you are responding and not reacting. And that's why I'm doing this 40 days of well-being concepts right now at this time, because it is a time where we are going through so much and we all need to need some support, and we need to ground ourselves and pay more attention to how we respond versus how we react, and make sure it's something that's coming from us versus something that's not stimulated by others. So, for today, emotions are frequencies that attract like frequencies, just for an overview, because we always need a little bit of background. Emotions are vibrational frequencies, and they're literally a vibrational language. So when you feel an emotion, you're tuning into a specific frequency. And each emotion attracts experiences and feelings that resonate at a similar frequency. It's our being or our frequency that we're emitting that really matters. It's not what you do, um, it's your frequency. And so, and though there's some interplay there, but it's basically the frequency, and that frequency determines your thought, and thought precedes action, and emotions set the tone of that action. And so, just kind of as a visualization for this, see the emotional spectrum, which goes from at the top of the spectrum, bliss, at the bottom of it to powerlessness, to shame and despair, where you have really low energy, as a grand piano. So when you strike the key for joy, the corresponding string of the piano vibrates, and that creates a resonant sound. That vibration then stimulates other strings that are tuned to a harmonic of the note of joy that causes them to vibrate and produce sound as well. And again, this is called resonance. And similarly, when you experience a certain emotion, it resonates with your psyche, and that attracts other emotions and experiences that are harmonically aligned. And so when you emit a particular frequency emotion, you're naturally drawing in experiences, people, and circumstances that are going to match that vibration. For example, feelings of joy and gratitude that vibrate at higher frequencies are definitely going to attract positive and uplifting energies. And on the other side of that coin, because emotions have polarities, we live in a world of duality and polarities. Conversely, emotions like fear and anger resonate at lower frequencies, so they're going to draw those lower energies in. So, just like notes on the piano, some are high, some are low, and we get to experience the full spectrum of life because we are sentient beings here to feel. And one of the things that I'd like to share with you is the emotional scale. This is in the book. It talks about all of the basic emotions on the scale. The emotions on this side are the higher frequency emotions, so you see it spirals up. On the other side, lower frequency, I did that backwards. Lower frequency emotions, so that you can see that they're spiraling down on this side. And all of that is a reflection of what you would be experiencing in life as you work with higher energy or lower energy emotions. And they have the power behind your thoughts. So you're either going to have high potential thought or low potential thought. And environment plays a part in that as well, because when we experience emotions, we're also tuning in to specific frequencies that resonate with the energies that are around us. So we have the well-being concept for today, and we're also finishing out the first of the 4 sections of the book. Balance is a juggling act, with the 10th concept, and that is the section on awareness. So we have been looking at these well-being concepts and just being made aware of the basics of the concepts, and then the next step after that is self-observation, where we're beginning to look more deeply at how it applies to us, and then from there we go even further to cultivation and application. So the reading for today is, it's emotions are frequencies that attract like frequencies. Our society focuses on neither well-being nor on curing imbalance. Rather, it highlights distress via the news and offers bandages for all forms of imbalance. The commercial pharmaceutical industry is a good example of this practice. It takes concentrated focus to maintain a forward looking outlook. The key to maintaining this healthy perspective is holding the expectation of well being and aligning with a higher emotion than the one being experienced. The emotions on the emotional scale are ones we have all experienced to some degree or another. Emotions are frequencies or energy in motion. Each emotion has a range of potential from which to create life experience. For example, you cannot experience appreciation while experiencing the emotion or frequency of jealousy. The associated emotional state of jealousy is craving from a sense of lack. Life from that viewpoint or frequency shows up as experiences dictated by insecurity and disappointment. When experiencing a lower emotion, look around the bend as emotions spiral and expect to spiral up to a higher and higher point on the emotional scale of well being. You may not be able to leap from the contractive emotion of depression to an expansive emotion of joy yet. Happiness is just around the bend on the emotional scale of balance. Sometimes growth feels like imbalance. Still, even moving from anger to discouragement is an energetic movement and an improvement. Understanding mental health and emotional well being lets you know that as you shift, it's okay and natural to feel your way through awkward stages and uncomfortable emotions. Today, practice shifting from a lower potential emotion on the scale to a higher potential one. And here's a hint: gratitude for what you already have is one way to spiral up. Gratitude is the emotional gift that keeps on giving. Um, and also, I'd like to mention that after every 10 of these well being concepts, there's a balancing act. And I'm going to tell you what that balancing act is. And I trust that you'll take some time today to just tap into this meditation. And basically, it's very simple. You're going to close your eyes, um, and think of the topic for today: emotions or frequencies that attract like frequencies. And then you're going to just sit for reflection. Notice what thoughts jump up out first. You notice which ones which are reoccurring, which ones are going to take you down a path where you're spiraling down. And then notice what limiting beliefs or what limiting themes come up that try to put a ceiling on your contentment, your happiness, and your well being. And so, the idea as we are in the observation phase is to just notice. Nothing to do right now, just notice what comes up. And so, are you ready to start journaling so that you can expand your mind and jot down your morning thoughts on emotions or frequencies that attract like frequencies? So, we're going to do that for a couple of moments, and I'll turn up the music while we do that, and then we'll close out. Mm. If you haven't finished journaling, please continue to journal as we close out. Just a reminder that our choices and intentions play a really important role in determining what frequencies we align to. And by consciously choosing to shift our emotions, we can shift our vibrational state and transform our reality, and which is our experience of day-to-day life. And this is really a powerful reminder of the influence that our emotions, hold over our lives, and the influence that we hold over our own lives. So just be mindful of the emotional frequencies that you emit and attract as you move through the day. And I look forward to seeing you with us tomorrow for day 11 as we begin the next section on self observation.